My name is Bill Windsor. I'm a candidate for Chief Magistrate Judge in Cobb County, Georgia. I'm running because you have rights that are not being protected. Sadly, many judges are not honest. Judges take the law into their own hands, ignoring the facts and the law in many cases, and there's no one who is truly protecting our fundamental rights under the Constitution and Bill of Rights. Judges are accountable to no one. They can do whatever they want, and there's hardly anybody looking over their shoulder, and even those who are allegedly looking over the shoulder won't do anything about it because they're fellow judges. Sadly, I've become one of the leading authorities in the country on judicial corruption and government corruption. I happen to live here in Cobb County. So in terms of the things that I'm trying to encourage people to do nationwide, an opportunity is for me to be elected Chief Magistrate Judge, because then I could make the Cobb County Magistrate Court an example of what courts nationwide should be doing to protect the interests of our fellow citizens. Now, let me explain to you why you should vote for me. First, I'm honest. I will always tell the truth. Second, I will defend your rights under the Constitution and Bill of Rights. I will be accountable to you. I have signed a contract with the citizens of Cobb County, Georgia. That contract says I will always tell the truth, I will always protect your rights under the Constitution and Bill of Rights, and most important, if I ever fail to live up to that contract, you have the right to remove me from office through a vote of a grand jury. So I'm truly accountable. There's never been another candidate who's done that. The people that I'm running against, who are listed as Republicans and Democrats, won't sign a contract like this, but I will. And you'll be able to remove me if I do the wrong things, but I won't do that. I'm running as an independent, so I have no bias for any political party. So if a Republican appears for me, or a Democrat, or a Libertarian, it doesn't matter. I don't have an allegiance there that requires me to, or encourages me to vote in favor of one person or another. Another good reason for you to vote for me is I'm not an attorney. A lot of people don't like attorneys. Certainly, honest attorneys have a place in our society and in our legal system, but I'm not an attorney. So I'm not going to automatically have a bias for my fellow attorney friends who appear before me. I will be equally fair to the 30 to 40 to 50% of the people who appear in magistrate court who do not have attorneys because they can't afford them. So I will be fair to everybody. I have introduced legislation in Georgia that's designed to completely reform the legal and judicial systems that we have. I don't know if there's much chance of getting our legislators to pass the legislation, but if they did, we would have the model court system for the country with laws in place that would ensure that everybody in every court in Georgia gets treated fairly and properly, something that doesn't exist today. So I'm more than your average candidate. I'm a candidate who has a national interest, and Cobb County can send a national message by electing me. It will be virtually impossible to get me elected. The reason for that is Georgia makes it close to impossible for any independent candidate to get their name on the ballot. I would have to get 20,000 signatures to get my name on the ballot, and I don't think that's even practical. That's 5% of the elected or the registered voters in Cobb County. So instead, I'm concentrating all of my efforts on getting people to plan to vote for me as a write-in candidate. So I ask you to understand that I am an unusual candidate for a position that people rarely pay any attention to and almost always vote on party lines. If you're a Republican, you need to vote for me. If you're a Democrat, you need to vote for me. Libertarian, Green Party, Independent, I believe I am the only candidate that can give you what you truly deserve. See my website. It's votebillwindsor.com. And please tell your friends and neighbors to watch this video and my other videos to see that we really have a candidate who brings something special to the election in November. Votebillwindsor.com. I'll sure appreciate it. I'll do the right job.